spiel. Let's see how I go.
Here we go.
Straight from the top of his dome.
In the hospitable frozen north, where explorers fear to tread and the miserable lives of the Ten-Towners eke out themselves in defiance of an uncaring iceborn god, is the treacherous lands of Icewind Dale, a place now intimately familiar to the Beef Babes who have been travelling in it for just over 3 days. Already you have found allies in the Arcane Brotherhood, Valine Harpel, a woman you are now intimately associated with, Freezo, and her...
Oh, yes.
perhaps a rival in the organization, Nas Lantamir, the Diviner. They have set you on a quest of sorts, promising to help you gain entry to the Stygian Trust, a bank vault that you acquired through legal, if devilish means, and then immediately lost access to. And they are promising to help you build a key to enter that vault, an Archon key, which will see you travel south to the spine of the worlds, to the Fortress Sunblight, fortress of the Durgar warlord Zardarok Sunblight, and gain access to his fort.
How do you have all this in your brain?
That's
crazy. What important things have you forgotten and replaced with nonsense from Dungeons and Dragons?
What mnemonic do you have to remember that?
The problem is it's this case of unknowns, so I don't know what I've forgotten. But I don't think I could tell you where I went to primary school.
Could you, for example, remember your grandmother's face? Or is that a blurry memory in the rest of your
It's just a 20-sided die on top of a cardigan.
Just a map in base relief of the command level structure of Fortress Sunblight.
I tried to remember my year one my kindergarten teacher's face the other day while I was talking to someone about it, and I couldn't. And her face was just sort of, it was like a kindly old woman, which is what I remembered, and then her face kind of went blurry, and then it was just a big question mark. And I was like, oh, that's not good for the memory.
Actual question mark.
Really?
A big red question mark.
So I have a thing with because I've got prosopagnosia, so the face blindness. And that...
Sorry, that was not not a pointed slam about your ability to remember your grandmother's face there.
May she rest in peace. It was but the point is that it plays with memory in a weird way, which is to say that people who I haven't seen for a long time, which includes people that have unfortunately passed, their faces slowly meld in my memories with the faces of celebrities or people on TV that they kind of look like. And then I start looking at my memories and I'm like, oh, that's just Patton Oswalt. That's not my dad. And that happens to me all the time.
And specifically Patton Oswalt.
Grandpa,
Do you reckon you could pick my kid out of a lineup of blonde kids?
No.
What
I
if-
have prosopagnosia.
What if it was next to my blonde kid?
I could recognize Milo, definitely.
That's not the
Yeah.
one.
I don't.
that.
Sully.
That's not the blonde
That was
one.
that was a classic Mike Pence redirect. I don't.
Mike Pence is also your granddad.
Yeah, but for Mike Pence, I just get like Tim Allen with like a little rug.
It's not bad. I'll pay that, in the Mike Pence biopic, which hopefully is coming to cinemas soon, Tim Allen could be cast with a bit of grain.
Or imagine Mike Pence in the Santa Claus.
Yeah, he's the kind of man who would accidentally kill Santa.
Nas Lantamir is heading north to find evidence of the lost ruins of Old Ythrine, a vast floating city of mythic proportions that once belonged to the Netherese Empire. You, for your work, are heading south to Fortress Sunblight, through the spine of the world, to an impassable fortress, one of the last homes of the Durgar, a race of deep grey dwarves that once, it is rumoured, served the Netherese themselves and were responsible for the creation of much of the magical artifacts that gave them such awesome power. You are travelling with Valine Harpel, and in the morning, as you get ready to leave, with Nas Lantamir's dog sled already disappearing north into the distance with some of your friends, you see a figure trundling towards you, Father Myroncor.
hello there.
Father!
He says, using his catchphrase.
I slept badly last night and realised that you're going to a forge.
Yes.
And where there's a forge, I should probably go.
Is that your reason? Is that your rationale?
That's
Eden?
my actual rationale. I thought it wasn't a vision from gods or
Which
anything.
is what we discussed.
No, it wasn't that. It was just pure logic. I thought, why would me, Father Myroncor, worshipper, high priest of Moradin, move anywhere but toward a forge? So that's why I'm back.
How did you know we were going to a forge?
I had a vision. Oh, that's right, I did have a vision. It wasn't a memory, it was a dream. All the forges kind of just meld together into a big fiery box.
Are you unable to remember forges, and you sort of meld them with famous forges you've seen?
Yes, like Mount Doom. They're all kind of conical with an anvil and an eye. Oh, I love them. It's my favorite place to be.
You did get a vision last night, but also memory would have sufficed because this was a discussion that you all had the night before when you decided that Nas and half the crew would be heading north while you headed south towards where you believed, if Hethel Akaran's prophecy was true, that there was a forge made out of the still beating heart of an ancient red dragon, and oh god, I've forgotten what my dad looks like.
It's okay, Dave. It's me, Patton Oswalt. You always remember me.
Patton Oswalt could play your dad.
He would be great. He'd be learning legends.
He'd be a great dad to have.
He would look at my dad, he would get the comedic conceit behind the character, and he would just go for it, because that's what he does so well. What I was going to say was, you also were given Ascending Stone Freezo.
Yes, because we split the party up.
And so anytime you want, even as the party is distant, you could, even now if you want, you could use it to contact Nas Lantamir and strike for, what is the, do you have names for the parties?
Ooh, we'll be the Beef Babes.
Yep.
That's our pre-existing name. And they should be another type of meat, I imagine.
Ew.
Why don't we ask them? Call them up on the
You can make a noise.
Hey, Nas, you there?
Why are you calling me?
Sorry, is this
We're not obsessed with you.
No, we're not. We just, we were wondering what your favourite, meat was.
What?
What your favourite, meat to eat? Because we're thinking, because we're the Beef Babes, we could give you a cool code name as well, and you'd be named after meat as well.
Obviously, I don't eat the flesh of any animals.
So it's more of a tempeh situation?
Ew, tempeh is literally the worst. That is the best faux meat protein substitute you come with. I love tempeh. Over.
Just so that someone in the chat suggested Veal Team 6, which is very, very good, Plata.
Yeah.
Wait, that is clever. Okay, Veal Team 6 out.
Veal Team 6 it is!
Real Team 6.
All right, so as Veal Team 6 heads north, you head south to the Spine of the Worlds, a impassable for most mountain range that separates the Sword Coast from Icewind Dale. A map provided by Nas Lantamir is meant to mark out the location of the Durgar Fortress, but somebody is going to need to decipher it. So who is on map duty? Because you don't have a ranger.
Who's got survival?
Not me.
You don't have survival?
Which
No,
one?
I got -1
What is
survival.
survival? Is it a
Yeah,
constitution?
me too.
Is it constitution?
No, it's wisdom based.
It's its own thing.
Oh, plus 0 then. I
Yeah,
got nothing.
nah.
Myron
You're
Cool?
better
Plus 0 would make you the best.
Oh, no, Myron Cole's pretty good at it.
Yeah,
He's
but-
pretty good.
All right.
But he's an NPC.
Something told him he should be here.
I did exactly. Otherwise, these idiots who get lost. 17.
All right, 17. You make good time as you are able to follow the map. Simple though it is, it does seem to show that Nas Lantamir knew what she was talking about when she said she had divined the fortress's location. And after a day or two heading south, passing a few more of the small 10 towns, you find your way at the foot of the Spine of the World, and it is bitterly cold. Now remind me, how I know that I get confused here because of the Dragon Princess, the Beef Babes, but who is wearing cold weather
Ooh.
clothing? Myron Core obviously.
I'm wearing
is.
a wolf's skin on me.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever picked any up, unless I did when I was eating the taffy.
No,
Was there a stop at a jacket store?
there was not a stop at the jacket store.
That's the other game.
Didn't the old lady give us something? Did the old lady give us something last week?
I think from the old lady,
I
I
think
thought she
Berlin
did.
Harpel gave you, I think, yes, robes. I think you've got just a big winter parka.
but I'm in the magical Elton John suit.
Did we say magical?
Well, it's magical in that it changes its name based on who's
I said
wearing
it had a
stuff.
minor magical property.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's
so I imagine that's keeping me warm.
Is it heat? Has it got heat tech underneath?
I imagine so.
Yeah.
Polyester gets very hot.
Does Uniqlo heat tech count as a minor magical property?
I mean, surely.
tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, tell you what, I'll tell you on a 50% chance it works. Okay,
Okay.
you're fine.
Woohoo!
So you're all okay, which means that you don't need to make survival checks. But if you lose any of these clothes, you will slowly freeze to death.
Okay.
Out. Luckily, you also have food because
Checks
remember
out.
you had successfully restarted the food supplies with Kier Dinaval. So survival-wise, we're okay.
Does that mean from the town people will be visiting us, bringing us supplies throughout our trek?
No, they've given you a month of food.
Okay.
You'll have to be back before a month if you want to have more food from them.
Okay.
And don't forget, you're traveling in a procession that includes a dog sled and also.
So we could eat the dogs if we needed to.
Where the dogs?
It's neither of those things are what I was suggesting. You also have Velin Harpel's sled-mounted.
We ate the sled? Was it made of wood?
Private.
You get
Is
wood
it
if
made
we
of
get-
candy canes?
Private
Wait,
office
are we holding Turkish delight?
and bedroom. You're camping outside, although you can probably stay with her if you want.
Wait, there's a bedroom on a sled?
Yeah, it's got 2 rooms, 2 small compartments in it.
Okay, but we're heading into the mountains.
You're
wait.
at the foot of the mountains.
Did
Yeah.
Freezo...
Oh yeah, do you not know this?
Oh.
In one of the most upsetting things that has ever transpired in the Dragon's Friends universe, Freezo was shacking up with an NPC, and I made the terrible mistake of Googling sex mechanics in Dungeons and Dragons, and then had to do a satisfaction roll, and it was...
Had to do a satisfaction roll. You roll the fucking tapes.
I mean, did you want to do the satisfaction roll for me, Dave?
You found a weird pervert's website and then started running through their weird flowchart.
But I think as a warlock, I now have some sort of emotional link to the person I had sex with.
So
That's
did
true.
you satisfy?
Oh, you do.
Yes,
He
yeah.
did
Satisfied
satisfy.
and he rolled for it.
And
And
you're-
anytime I can, I think I can sense her
mood.
emotional state
And
her
while
hit
you're
points.
and so over the 2 or 3 days where you're traveling south, you're getting better to know Veli and Harpel and spending less and less time with the beef babes Freezo. And you come in after a quick meal on the second day to see her, and instantly, with your profound understanding of her moods and weathers and rhythms, you realize that she is alarmed, quite alarmed by something.
Ooh, what was her name again? Billion?
Believe yeah. What was her name?
Babe,
what's your
What's her name?
Babe, are you okay?
Hun?
Blaine, I sense trouble in your soul.
Oh, we're in private, Freezo. Babe is fine.
Yeah, cool. I know you don't like PDAs in front of everyone else.
I don't, and I appreciate you for respecting my boundaries. But it's just the 2 of us, so.
What is going on? Is this something I did? Did I do something? What are you mad about? You have to tell me.
Terrifying inside.
Yeah, it's no, it's fine. It's nothing. It doesn't even matter. Why don't you just go hang out with your friends?
No, well, I know. Hey, look. You know that on Thursday nights I play Dungeons and Dragons.
Should we just do a U-turn out of this roleplay before it gets strange?
It's not a real joke. I mean, it's not a real thing. Well, what is going on? You look distressed about something. Is there anything your boyfriend could do to help?
Whoa!
The first time he's used that word.
Yeah,
Is that everyone from
Make a
outside the
little
tent just
charisma
makes
check.
sense?
Oh, charisma check to see if we're going steady. That is a critical fail on the old boyfriend check.
Look,
Why does art imitate life?
Freezo, I don't want you
Sorry, no, I shouldn't have said that.
to.
Sorry.
I won't want you to think that what we had wasn't fun. But I'm worried that you're misreading our relationship. And if you're going to be weird like this, maybe you should spend a little less time in here and more time out there with your friends.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But since you must know, yes, there is a problem.
Oh yeah, there's a problem.
Don't cry while I'm talking to you.
No, it's cool.
Look, since Nurse Lantimer has come back, she shouldn't be here. Zelen the White was very clear that she was not to leave the host tower. I don't trust her, and you shouldn't either. Leave her with your friends. She could be up to no good.
Yeah, no, I just don't think she could hurt me more than other people have hurt me, but that's fine.
That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I'm just so crazy right now. I'm gonna go talk to my friends. And Freezo leaves.
And we all scuttle away from the door.
Yeah, all the big babes yelling.
Oh, Kit, Father Myron Core, Bethany,
Freezo, what's wrong?
oh, nothing. I'm fine. It's just, you know how sometimes when you put your heart on the line and you think that, like, maybe you've met someone who really gets you and understands you, but all you're doing really is just opening yourself up to them being vulnerable so they can hurt you, you know? You guys ever felt like that?
Wow.
Ever since you became a human, you've become
Pussy. No offense.
I mean, that's our word.
Didn't you spend 12 years in prison? And this is what's broken you.
Yeah, but back then I was an unfeeling elf. Now I've got all these human emotions that are very real and exist.
This is going to be a formative influence on Freezo, and he's going to end up joining some kind of forum and being radicalized.
Can I sit Freezo down on a log?
Yep.
You're gonna sit down backwards on that log?
Yeah. Hey, Freezo. It's really good you're showing your emotions.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not a pretty crier. But I wouldn't say it's cute, but it's healthy. The thing is, you just thought you had a good connection with that lady because you had a weird special power that could see her feelings. But that's not the same as really knowing someone.
What? What do you mean? But if I can know their feelings, surely we're the closest anyone could ever be because I have all the information about them.
I've got the data.
Yeah, what else would I possibly need to know?
You know how Batman keeps a journal of like all the ways that he would kill Superman, the Green Lantern? The king of all of his like ex-girlfriends is like a perfect journal of how to do a perfect day so they're not allowed to break up with him. Sorry, Freezer, not him. Freezer.
So, Bethany, have you ever had your heart broken?
Well,
He says, pouring himself a second old fashioned.
Getting distracted as soon as he's asked the question.
I have actually, but, well, he never knew that I had feelings for him.
Who was it?
Yeah, who was
Yeah.
it?
Think fast, Toucher.
His name was Gorgon,
Oh yeah?
and we went to temple school together. And he was something like an elf.
Yeah, he was in fact, he was a high elf.
He was a high elf, and he was so pretty. And one time, I dropped a pencil and he picked it up, and I took that to mean more than it did, and I loved him a lot, but he never talked to me again. But I know that after this whole thing's finished, when I restore the orb, I know that Gorgon will say, "Who's that?" And he'll realize that he shouldn't have just given me back the pencil. He should have given me his heart. So I just think you should be like me and concoct an elaborate plan to look really, really good. So one day that person will notice you and feel bad that they rejected you.
So you think that maybe if I did something great, something really truly momentous, then maybe people would love me? If I like saved the world or took over the world or...
Well, they're not the same.
They're very different things.
Oh, you're here as well. Okay.
Ah, yes, I've been listening. I was in love once with a
Were you?
perfect bar of steel. Oh, their proportions. Perfectly tubular.
So a rod.
Yes, more of a rod. Ah, she's dead now.
What happened?
She's an axe.
This
Wow, that doesn't sound that healthy either. What about you, Kit?
Well, I've known nothing but pain and heartbreak my entire life. And, so, as a veteran, as it were, I will give you this single piece of advice.
Yeah?
Take your emotions and push them deep down inside you. So that they are pressurized, such that they turn from carbon into a shining diamond. And then use that diamond to cut a hole in the window and break into her house and steal all of her underpants.
I don't think
It's a metaphor.
Oh, okay. None of this seems.
You need me to spell it out for you?
No, I'll choose to take my own readings from that.
Just be yourself.
Wait. Think about what yourself would do and then do the exact opposite.
Or be yourself and find somebody as terrible as you are.
Or fall in love with steel. It can't hurt you unless someone else is holding it. Oh no. Oh no. I'm terribly vulnerable right now.
As he says that, Drascotto and Drascott, the two little kobolds that work for
Oh,
Valine,
g'day!
have come back from scouting up the front of the path, and they've just come back riding two little dogs, which they ride like little horses. They've got tiny
Wait,
little
aren't they little
saddles.
dogs?
They've got they've
dragon.
got canines.
Kobolds, the little
I'm
dragon
looking
boys.
it up. I
Yeah.
need a mental image.
They've
They're
got-
like the dragon from Puddle Lane is how I imagine them.
a kobold, yeah, they're dragonlings.
The little dragon.
They look
men.
like this.
Oh yeah,
little dragon boys.
Yeah. If you,
they
I'd
just
be
look like nude dogs, really.
I mean,
What?
I guess.
Scanty
Wait,
boys.
show me that.
Yeah, you can see on the screen there. They've got
Yeah,
That's not a nude dog, you pervert.
basically a nude dog.
it's a nude dog standing up.
It's like an alligator, a little nude
Yeah,
alligator.
they're scaly.
They are very scaly boys. Anyway, they come up and they go
Nude dog.
as they arrive and they're going, yeah, it's no good. Trail's fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on here? Got a little kumbaya?
No, I'm just pushing some emotions down.
Is he okay?
Absolutely not. Have you ever been in love before?
I mean, his eyes go sort of far away distance. Like, there is this one kobold. I mean, I've known him for a long time.
Oh, here we go again. It's never going to happen
I don't-
between us.
Let's call him Bazcott. But
We know you're talking about me. We absolutely know. Everyone knows.
he's a wonderful kobold.
He's talking about me.
He's
I
a
am
good
incredible.
Smooth as a nude dog.
Closer than you may even think. And I've known him a long time. But no love for Drescotto. Anyway, the trail's fucked.
Totally fucked. Totally fucked.
We're not going to be able to get the dog sled up it. From here on in, you're going to have to be on foot.
Well, that's fine. I mean, we don't really normally ride dogs anyway.
Yeah, but that means the missus isn't going to be able to come.
What? You mean I'll have to...
Yeah, your girlfriend.
Why would you say that?
What?
Alright, Freezo, having pushed
Lashes
down the
out.
emotions, lashes out.
Lashes out. Smart.
Eldritch blasts
my
Drascotto,
God.
I guess.
Okay, great. Make an attack roll.
That's 13 plus 7 is 20.
That hits.
Lash it out. Lash out.
They have 5 hit points.
Oh, really?
Oh, whoa.
Roll
The
that
challenge
These are
rating,
nude dogs.
the challenge rating
Why would
1-8.
you go nude
That's a
dogs?
9, and that's an 8, so 17 damage.
You blew Drascotto's head clean off.
What'd you fucking say? What'd you fucking say?
Who's this? His boyfriend?
There was, so I'm dead. So I guess it's just you.
Oh wait, you died?
No,
no,
I
yeah.
killed Eden because Eden's
Yeah,
her
yeah.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
How can- That was him. That was the one. And he just launches himself at you
Oh boy,
And
everyone's
attacks.
fighting.
No.
Everyone's fighting.
with his little dagger. It rolls a 9, misses. Freezo, you can have a reaction if you want.
Yeah, go on. 16
Hits.
9 and 6 is 15.
He killed Drascott as well. And the two of them die as their little dogs just sort of sit confused in the snow.
Is your girlfriend going to be upset that you killed her 2 nude dogs?
Okay.
We have to leave her behind anyway.
Freezo, are you sure you're taking this okay? And you can see she's standing in the doorway of her little sled.
What do you care anyway? You didn't even give a shit about me.
And in Elva, she waves her hand and she goes, "Animate dead," and the two of them come up as sort of like little zombies, very much not resurrected. Just
Oh, is that
now.
a freebie, is it?
As like little undead kobolds. And Drascotto quickly picks up his head that was Eldritch speared off, and then just kind of holds it under his arm. And she looks and she's like, "Go and muck in the dogs. Freezo, a word?"
Yeah.
Now, as you know, I'm a necromancer.
What was
so
your name again?
Are you trying to neg me?
Yep.
He said doing a magic trick.
Have you seen my hat?
Is it working? Is it working? Is she getting? Is she being negged?
No, she's not.
Feline.
Is she coming back in?
Yes. Yeah, babe. I mean, Feline.
I think this distance apart is going to do you well, Freezo.
Okay.
Go with your friends up and look for the Archon key. With Father Myroncor, he should be able to forge a socket to hold it into the key. You have everything that you need except the forge. Do you understand? And she gives you the half-assembled key and your maiden stone back.
I'm gonna treasure this for the rest of my life.
Try not to read too much into the metaphor of me giving you back your maiden stone, but here you go. Now, don't forget what I told you about Naslantamir. Between you and me, I am concerned that her arrival is an unforeseen element in what should otherwise have been a very simple agreement between us.
Okay.
I want to show you something. Try and be... Are you
Yeah, no,
focused?
I'm here. I'm here. I'm
You're
here.
here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what I saw in you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Is there a canonical call on the Chungus? Based on the...
No, we don't know yet. We don't
Berlin
know
knows,
yet.
but
Does
she'll
he have
never
like a
tell.
good day?
She'll never tell.
Look, and she walks over to her desk and she pulls back the the blanket that Professor Scant was underneath. And she's like, what do you see?
The orb's gone.
Yes, very good. I mean, this is obviously a fake. How did you know that?
Oh, well, I thought there was not an orb there. That's why I said the orb's gone.
Well, she's very impressed.
Oh,
Whoa.
How
I don't know
impressed?
how. I don't know how. There are enchantments that should have kept her out of my office, but somehow she has snuck in here and stolen Professor Scant from me.
oh, well.
Wait, what are these things?
So there was a professor who was inside an orb.
Yeah.
There was like not a communication device, but like an actual spirit inside the orb. That was
Like
Okay.
a Futurama head.
And the reason Freezo
But a ball.
hooked up with Valine is that he was trying to distract her by doing something else. And then they ended up hooking up, and then everyone went and stole the thing.
Right.
So I think
For the other lady.
And you thought that she had put it back, but she's obviously
Yeah.
done a switcheroo.
so maybe what would hurt her the most? I think Freezer would try to hurt her like emotionally now. So he'd like lash out and be like, "Yeah, well, maybe if you kept better care of your things and your other boyfriends, then maybe."
Do you want to make some kind of willpower save? And this is a legitimate use of willpower.
11 plus willpower. What is willpower now?
Oh, wisdom save. Sorry.
What is willpower?
Willpower is 3.5th
Willpower.
edition.
11.
Oh.
Okay, so you blurted out.
11. I don't tell her everything. I'm just saying,
What's-
like,
what
yeah,
is-
I'm just saying. Yeah, well, maybe you took better care of him. You didn't, like, go around just, like, telling people you love them or whatever, and then just, like, leaving them to die in the snow or whatever. Maybe he wouldn't have left you, but he will, because everyone's going to leave you, because that's all anyone ever does. They just leave you, and then every time they tell you they love you, they don't mean it. They're just using you so they can get, like, a bit of pleasure and satisfaction, but no one gives a shit, and that's what makes you wrong.
Okay, she left the room about 10 seconds ago.
Boy, oh boy. That's a lot.
So she's going to have to stay. But yes, Professor Scant has been stolen. And, I mean, Freezo, you're obviously going through some stuff, but are you going to leave? Are you going to head off? Or...
Yeah, no, Freezo, of course, she's broken up with him.
Okay, so you're going to make your way up into the Citadel?
Yeah, he's taking the Maidenstone and the key, and he's going to go to the forge.
All right, and the others are going with?
Yep.
Yep.
Drasco and Drascotto are now no longer available, but as they're busy coming to terms with their new undead existence, as you make your way up into the snow. Now, climbing the mountain is no easy path, although you've been given ropes and picks. So with advantage, I just need everybody to quickly make for me athletics checks.
Ooh. Athletic. Fly flexible then.
With advantage?
Athletic.
Yes, with advantage.
19.
Ooh, plus 2 advantage.
It's lucky.
Well,
What'd you
19 is plus athletics.
Oh, yeah.
-1, so 18.
18, okay, so no problems at all. You make, you head up and the sun is starting to set and it's now starting to get truly cold as you finally get to a point on the trail where you can see beyond the lowest of the mountains that you're currently scaling a huge edifice, a giant cliff face of ice with deep angular windows cut into it. What looks like stairs leading up to a higher balcony entrance and massive gates at ground level. It's just over basically the ridge.
A huge
You have no doubt
fortress.
that this must be Fortress Sunlight.
Okay.
And
Are there
can you
guards
make-
and stuff we can see?
Well, make some perception checks actually.
Perception.
7.
Oh.
5.
13.
16.
All right, Myron Core and
Oh, wait. 15.
all right, so Myron Core and Kit, you suddenly notice something while everyone's looking at the fortress. You see a sort of a dull bluish glint of something reflecting just down below the hillock that you're currently on, a little off the path. Like you've seen movement.
Okay.
maybe 200 feet away, but down it through some snow-encrusted woods.
And this will take
Not
us.
woods, like scrappy trees and bushes.
This will take us close to the gate.
No. So there's movement 200 feet off the road.
Oh, there's movement.
Yes.
What do we want to do?
We should
Investigate? Hide?
stealthily investigate.
Stealthily investigate.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right, Kitty, you going in by yourself?
Yeah,
Or-
stay here.
Good.
Should I stay with Freezo?
No, I'm
Probably.
fine.
No, I don't. I really don't think you should be by yourself right now.
Quiet! You'll attract attention. Shut up!
Be by myself. I'm fine. I don't
You
need
need to
anybody.
be quiet. Oh, fuck.
Okay, great. So
I
making
rolled a 10.
you roll a 10. All right, Kit, you a 10? Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Versus a passive perception of. Oh wow! Okay, no, you're in luck. That was exactly what you needed to roll.
Oh, good.
As Sturgar, it turns out, are not very perceptive. You make your way down off the road, and you stalk into the bushes, being as quiet as you can. And as you do, a sight greets you about 100 feet into the woods as the trees copse as it opens up into a clearing. And in the clearing, you see two figures. One of them, a Durgar in a big winter vest with an axe, standing almost, it seems, to attention, bald head, big white beard, dark sunken eyes, and with its back to a figure at the center of the clearing who has their hands bound around what looks like a steel rod that's been driven into the snow, bound there on their knees without a coat, in just short pants and boots, shivering and frostbitten, through with chattering teeth, looking like they're not long for this world.
What are they?
Another Durgar,
Another Durga. Okay.
a prisoner, or somebody, it seems like, currently dying of exposure.
Are they saying anything?
No, so the guard has their back to the figure, and the other figure is just, the teeth are chattering, but they're not saying anything.
Okay. I'll go back and report to the to the group. Does anybody know anything about Durgas? Is this
Myron would know quite a bit.
Yeah, they're filth. Bastard, dirty, evil scum from the Underdark. Corrupted by years of just watching terrible television, just mindless.
He goes on to tell
just
you.
Kardashians. Only the Kardashians
He goes on to-
have destroyed their minds.
He goes on.
Till all they care of is money and appearances and shapewear and lip fillers. And
He tells you.
He goes on to reveal way too much specific knowledge about the Kardashians.
It gives you a small bit of the tragic story of the Durgar. The Durgar were the battlesmiths of the Netherese Empire. They built wondrous magic artifacts, but they were little more than slaves, as most of the races that had to bend the knee to the Netherese. After the Netherese Empire fell, the Durgar were hunted and blamed unfairly for their part in the expansion of the Netherese Empire, and they
unfairly
were
or
well, they were not treated well by the Netherese,
okay.
but they built massive weapons of war for them, and you know, some of the nobles of them lived quite well. They were driven underground, deep underground, into the Underdark, where it seems like there's syndication for the Kardashians,
That's exactly right. They only had one channel. Bravo.
and that's where they have lived for 1,000 years.
now is there a chance that if we helped one of these in dire need that would buy us some loyalty or at least information?
I shouldn't think so, but you know, who knows? Maybe.
But
I don't like them.
They're lawful evil. They can be reasoned with. They are absolutely. They're not like a race that will like attack you on sight or anything like that.
But it's also dwarves, regular dwarves particularly.
Yeah. Dwarves hate the dwarves and the Durgar have for the last 1,000 years fought in vast hidden wars under the surface of Faerûn. So Myron Claw telling you that he's not completely independent. As a dwarf, he has his
Prejudiced.
own opinions.
Yeah, he's prejudiced. He is.
I mean, 1,000 years of war will do that. I guess.
It'll
Yeah.
it adds up.
But I think the next overseer of the dwarves is going to get us out.
Yeah, that's it.
That's why I'm voting for the peace party.
So,
what do you think?
What's
Well-
our best move here? Is it?
Have you come back to us?
Yeah,
at
I've
this
told you
stage?
that.
Were there any other Durgar with him?
No, just the one guard.
One guard and one guy. And how far was that from the fortress?
It's you will get to the fortress in an hour. You're right next to the fortress.
Oh,
now.
but if we go down and fight those guys, will they see us from the fortress?
No.
Okay.
You're about an hour away from the
Well,
fortress.
do we have to fight him or can we rescue him?
That's what.
We can rescue
Yeah, that's the
the other guy, and then he'll be so grateful he has to help us. I mean, this is a pretty intense fortress. I feel like we might need some help from the inside.
Let's do it.
I'm not thinking exactly. Well,
Okay, well, let's kill a man.
Are we rescuing the man?
gotta-
okay,
Well,
let's be
there's two
absolutely
men.
clear.
There's two men.
There's a one who's a prisoner. We will
Kill
not
them all.
kill that
Kill
one.
all
We'll kill
Durgar.
his
Kill
guard.
them all.
No,
We're killing the captor? And we're
no,
sparing
no,
the
no,
prisoner.
no. Wait. The captor.
Not the
is that-
captive, the captor.
Yeah.
I am Randy
Okay, we
for
really
blood.
need to get our language clarified on this, because otherwise I think we're gonna make a big mistake. We'll end up with two dead guys.
Okay.
Don't kill the guy tied to the stake. He will be there, and we can at least question him before freeing
We kill him.
And just so
Free
we're
him.
clear, it's the person who starts being tied at the stake, not the person who ends being tied at the stake. So if for example, Myron Core here goes and ties someone else to the stake, we're not to kill them just because they're tied to the stake.
No, we don't kill
No, we're not
anybody
killing
tied
anyone.
to a stake.
Well, I don't know what. Okay, we'll just.
If you
I'm in
see
an
somebody
emotional
tied to a
state right
stake-
now.
Don't kill him.
Okay. At all, or just the first guy?
And don't kill any of us.
Okay.
Can I draw a diagram in the snow?
Draw the diagram for us. Here, I'll give you a fresh piece of paper.
Okay.
All I know is I'm itching for
Draw
blood.
it here.
Blood, blood, blood.
Why? What?
Give me a double helping of blood. Okay.
I think maybe you would.
Oh no, naked. Ignore the top that I drew.
Why is that? Why have you put the mouth above the eyes? Oh, he's upside down. I get it.
Living commentary by
I
Father
thought-
Myron.
I thought you were
Wait,
doing-
I'll come round and stand next to you. It'll make more sense.
I thought you were doing an actual diagram. And I was
Snowman.
Oh,
Frosty the Snowman.
cleric is in the shape of a man.
So that's the
Man
steak
come-
guy.
All right, so we'll cook them.
No. Save. Tick tick means save life.
Tick tick
Okay.
means save or tick tick means kill?
Kill.
Other guy.
Are we going on that?
Wait, who's this guy? Oh, he's angry. Oh, he's got. Oh,
Look, he's got an axe.
all right. We should kill him.
Wait.
We're gonna kill
So
him.
he has a floor lamp.
Wait, his eyes are X's. He's already dead. The other guy is the threat.
No, kill this guy.
Oh,
Wait.
kill.
Does that mean kill or does that mean not kill?
Okay, any questions?
All right. Well,
All right.
All right, everybody make them stealth checks.
I'm quite stealthy.
I am not.
19.
heaps.
9.
You have disadvantage,
Oh, I
Bethany,
do have
because you're wearing your plate
disadvantage
armor.
9.
Okay.
13.
18.
All right. So you're making your way into the clearing, and as you do, again the trees open up, and you can see into the clearing. You can see the figure huddled, frostbitten on the ground, looking worse even than when you saw him last, Kit. And you get a sense actually that you've stumbled across this quite early. No one is going to survive out here naked like this for long. But the guard is,
Naked.
well, he's wearing just short shorts, like I said.
Jorts.
He's wearing jorts. But
Is it
the
never nude?
He's a never knew.
Jorts-
Old Durgar I never knew.
he's wearing short pants and boots. But the guard is nowhere to be seen.
The
Oh,
guard's gone.
And what else can we see?
Just that figure.
Are there any
But
prints
are they-
going in a
yeah.
particular direction for the guard? Can we see what direction he's
Yeah,
going?
make for an
would
investigation check.
Myron know anything about this?
No.
That's a 17 plus.
And make me for me quickly a perception check,
17.
Bethany.
Oh,
12.
12. Okay. As you're going forward to investigate the tracks, what you can see, there is a roar and suddenly crashing out of where he was hiding in the clearing, aiming at Bethany, who he heard coming up, is the Durgar guard. But he's not a dwarf anymore. He's now the size of an ogre. Huge, towering, slightly over the head of even Kit Gingerson as he rushes at
Even
you,
me.
Bethany.
Oh, I remember this. They can get very large. I should have also told you that.
And he 17.
He get what? 17 damage.
No, so 17 minus your dexterity, but because you're armor class 16, so it hits, and you take 2d6 plus 2 damage.
Guys, this is on me. Because I really should have.
You take
We were not prepared.
5 points of damage. Kit Gingerson's up.
I guess I'm gonna lunge at him. I guess I'm gonna go at him.
Lunch at him.
Lunge with my double-bladed scimitar.
Choo-choo.
Choo-choo.
Make
So
an attack.
You get 2 attacks.
that's whoop. Doesn't hit. That's a 5. That's a 10.
Armor class
plus-
16.
What's your plus to
It's
hit?
plus 6. So 1 hit.
16.
And then no. So I get 1 hit.
1 hit.
Oy. Slashing damage 7.
7. All right.
job.
That does some damage. Father Myroncore.
Is going to shoot a guiding bolt at him.
Go for it.
Plus 7 to hit. Oh, he misses. And
Okay.
it pings off into the snow.
So his little shot misses. Freezo's next. Sorry, I didn't mean to say little shot. That felt like I was being.
Oh, your little shot.
dismissive.
Okay.
Aw.
Friezo is... So, is anyone in hand-to-hand combat with this guy yet? It's just Kit.
Bethany.
Oh, Bethany is. And
Kit
Kit?
and Bethany.
No. Oh, yeah, Kid is as well.
So, Friezo's just going to run at him with the 9 lives, steal a sword, and just attack, and hopefully get a crit and just kill him. He doesn't!
No, he doesn't.
Rolls a 13. Does that hit?
No,
Plus what? What are your pluses to hit?
Oh,
no, it's 13, so that doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Don't forget you got the Wand of Wonder and you have your Maiden Stone back.
So you can zap as well.
Yeah, so you miss, and the next one up is Bethany.
All right. Oh, and I can just do something. I'm gonna go attack him twice with my Mace of Smiting.
Armor class 16. We discussed what the Mace of Smiting. Oh, that's right. It's got an orc's head on it.
I got a picture of it
It does.
right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Papa Tugger.
That's right.
Papataga.
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 If that was a restaurant, I'd eat at that.
And Papataga.
Papataga?
Yeah,
There it
I eat
is.
Papatagas.
I've eaten in Papa Rich before. That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
That's great.
So what was the armor class?
16.
Okay, so one of them hit.
Yep.
And it is 1d6 plus 4,
Mm-hmm.
which is a 6.
All right,
damage.
6 points of damage, and that's not enough to kill him, although he's looking furious. He runs forward. He keeps just wailing on you, Bethany. And
Brutal.
yeah, sorry about this.
When?
He rolls an 18 for his attack, so that will hit again, I think.
Yep.
And you take another 8 points of damage. But he's by himself. He's got a horn in his hands, and he runs. He tries to sort of pull it out of his belt, which will provoke a reaction if you want. Not from Bethany because he's attacking Bethany, but from you, Kit, because you're in combat.
Okay.
And
I'm
me
gonna-
as well, because I'm right up there.
Oh yeah, I forgot you went in. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
both take reaction attacks.
attack.
I miss again.
Let me know if you're attacking to try and grab the horn or just to hit.
Yeah, I'm
him.
gonna try and wrench it out of his
Yep.
out of his pants. Oh, let's say. Does it count? Do I get 2 attacks to try and do
No,
it? Or
just
just a
one.
reaction.
Just a
Okay.
reaction, yeah.
No.
Both of you miss. He grabs it to his lips, and he blows, and there's this deep sonorous boom that goes out almost like a shockwave because again he's huge. As he gives a blast of the horn, and the next one up is Kit.
I'm gonna try and tackle him to the ground to stop him from blowing his horn.
Well, he just did.
Oh.
You did it already.
Well, I'm just gonna punch him in the head.
Yeah. With a sword, right? Use your sword.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll use my sword.
Use your sword.
Going. Oh, that's a 20.
That is a 20.
Ayo.
So one hits, and then the
The second one hits as well.
Yep. So that's 8
Doubled.
plus- So
16.
16.
You kill him.
Oh, he's dead. Just
Yeah,
like that.
and as he dies, his body shrinks down to dwarf size again. You realize that some of the magic
fuck.
is actually illusory. He doesn't have more constant, like an ogre's hit points, though he does strike stronger.
Does his clothing change? Does it stretch?
His clothing
Or
and
is
his
it not like Hulk?
Are they
where
wearing
he
Hulk
hulks
pants?
out?
That's why that guy
They're all
has a pair
wearing
of
tiny
pants
pants.
on.
They all
I think,
wear-
yeah, they all wear cosmetically terrible shirts, but they
Stretchable
wear
Bruce Banner shorts?
stretchable Bruce Banner shorts. So he comes down and shrinks down, and his body collapses down dead in front of the prisoner.
I'm gonna search his body.
Okay, you
what's
see
he got?
he's got a war pick on him, and
A what?
A war pick. It's
Oh,
like
war pick.
it's like a hammer, but it's got a spike instead of a
a flat
hammerhead.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Is it magical?
No, it doesn't look like it's magical, but it looks like it's exceptional craftsmanship.
Okay, war pick. No, I'm not Montaigne.
You can tell that it's.
Never will be.
I think it was.
Not with that
behind
attitude.
The,
Okay.
the ones we're not using there. And he also has a small bag that has got what looks like coins, but they are all weird. They're rectangular oblongs, and they're stamped with a cutout of what looks like a strange sigil, like sort of like a pyramid. And he's got about 12 of these coins on him.
Pyramid coins.
Yep.
Illuminati.
Can I do a religion check on them?
Yeah, sure.
Oh. Never mind. I got an 8.
Definitely coins.
You can have advantage because you have... Is there any reason why you would still not have your textbooks? Remember that you took books of religion from Hestevar.
Yes.
So I remember we said that they give you advantage on all history religion checks. We haven't used them for ages.
Wait, I got something at the bottom of my bag. 15.
All right, you grab your books and you quickly
Such
start
fucking Hermione energy from you.
going through the textbook until you flip until you find a page where there's the same symbol.
Yes, the pyramid. It says here.
It is the symbol of Deep Dwera, who is a Durgar god, the god that led
The original
them
Kardashian.
in salvation. Well, it's actually the god that they credit with saving them from their subjugation by the Netherese. So in a way, yes, the original Kardashian.
Really?
The Kris Jenner vibe.
Yeah, the one who made the sex tape
Yeah.
with.
Hallowed be her
original sex
name.
tape. Hallowed be her name.
Friezo is so just trying to make sense of the world in all this,
Sure.
and he's just there
with his heart broken.
with his knife, just like carving open the body, and just like cutting and being like, we're gonna send a message. No one's ever gonna mess with us ever again. No one's gonna try and control me ever again.
Friezo with feelings is really different from Friezo without feelings. Just loves mutilating bodies, put them in a bag.
No, we're sending a message. They can't mess with us.
All right, I suggest we move
Well, let's get that prisoner.
and kill him.
No!
Okay, right, quiet.
Interrogate him.
Okay, right.
Alright.
Well, we shouldn't do it here.
All right, so can I run over and untie the
Yeah.
prisoner?
He's incredibly cold to the touch. You feel like he's almost died of heat exposure.
Can I lay hands on?
Yep, you can.
Use that.
All right. Well, how many can I? I'm going to restore what? Well, I'll give him what? 10?
If you give him 10 hit points, he'll come back to life to the point that he can talk.
Great. Okay.
You can actually give him less than that. You can give him like 4.
All right. I'll give him 4 then.
All right. He comes. So he
Not
comes
overdo it.
back, and his eyes focus until he can see you, and he's like, "Is this the afterlife? Where is Morog?
No, it's the real world.
Oh, who's he? I don't like him."
Everything's real.
We saved you for now. Now, who's coming? The man blew the Durag blew that horn. Who's coming?
Yeah, he's trying to sort of get his thoughts together, and he's like, "If the horn was blown, then they will come from Morog. We need to get out of here. He works for Zadarok. I was to die here as an offering."
As an offering.
I'm realizing I'm doing the same voice. Like, not everyone can have the same voice.
Who do you?
He should be a dwarf, and that voice sucks.
What kind of voice?
Oh, he's
do
not
you,
he's
Why
a
don't you do the
dwarf, is he?
Hearthstone voice?
Hello.
Great.
So he's the same as Father Myron?
Well, no, we're very different. We're absolutely could not be.
Greetings, adventurer.
Oh my God!
I am Morog.
They stole my thing. That's why I hate them. the most.
Is he a dwarf?
He's
or is he
a
Dark?
grey dwarf.
He's a deep
Oh, grey
dwarf.
dwarfs are different to Darigs.
Ooh.
No,
Dwagar.
Dwagar is their word for it, but it's the same thing.
Right, okay.
Grey dwarves are the evil dwarves.
We've been fighting in the...
Yes.
And that is the person who was... The person we just killed.
They were imprisoned
They
in
were
one
the
of
same.
their own.
Right, okay.
He's like, Zadarok, a lord of Sunblight clan. He's
I
gone.
knew he couldn't do the voice. He couldn't hold it 'cause it's not his thing.
I'm going to take the clothes off the dead person and put them on
He's
that guy.
feeling better. He's like, he's gone mad, taken over the clan, has plans for war, to envelop the whole Dale. Thought that I was trying to usurp him, like I would ever do such a thing against my own clan. And he
Sure.
spits, and the spit turns to ice.
Is that like a trick that you can do, or is
No,
it just
it's
very,
very
cold?
cold.
Can I do it?
Yeah, you want to
Okay,
get it
let's spit. Let's.
Do you have? If you've got a big bottle of soda water, what you do is you shake it up, and because it's the Arctic. Do you remember the Arctic frost? Do you remember that? That was a thing in like
He's
2005.
stalling. He's trying to get us killed.
Alright, so, right. Well, if we need to get out of here, you need to tell us where to go, because we're all very fragile.
You're our prisoner.
Yes, of course. Come with me. I will go back into the fortress, but I know where we can hide there.
Okay.
All right.
And he's got a little bit of life left because you gave him hit points, and he leads you deeper into the woods until you get to a stone sort of rocky outcrop, and he reaches into his boot and he pulls out a little pin that he had secreted there and looks around with his hand, feeling until he finds a hole, and then jams it in, and then says, "Now, come over here and push with me. And together you all slowly unpush the deprimed boulder to reveal
Jesus!
a path.
He's back, baby!
pathway. And isn't that the true story of Dragon Friends? And that's why for the
The
last 6
end.
years that we have played this game, and I would like to take a moment to tell all of you. Steps leading into the stone, and as you walk in, you instantly a blast of what feels like burning smoke assails you as you try not
Burning
to
smoke.
choke. It seems like that there is great
The
fires
smoke itself was on fire. That
down
day.
below here, and heat as well
Easy, Tim
emanating
Winton.
through the frozen cold as you make your way down a dark and lonesome path into the mountain itself. Can the beef babes make their way through Sunblatt's lair? Can Mrog be trusted? Is his voice better than the voice of Father Myroncore?
Definitely not.
Results inconclusive. For the answers to questions such as these, hang around in the next 5 minutes when we play the next episode tonight of Beef Babe! Beef Break! Beef Break! Beef Break! Beef Break!